All right, what's up, Dragon Brood? Today we're going to be playing some Mardu tokens, and we're going to be getting a ton of triggers, and we're going to be using some cards in some not so conventional ways to get these wins. Starting at the top, we have some Stadium Headliner because, well, it makes tokens, obviously, but also doubles as removal. We have some Kinscare Sentry. This should be a way for us to get our freebies onto the battlefield and do some fun things there. We have Voice of Victory, of course, because it's also making tokens and kind of protects our turn, and there's a few reasons that could be good. Bitterbloom Bearer. Now, this doesn't necessarily show up in a lot of token decks, but it does make a token every turn. And if we have some things that trigger when it enters, that's a bonus. Arabella Abandoned Doll. This is a way to get some extra life and make the Bitterbloom Bearer not hurt so much while killing our opponent. We do have Frontline Rush, which is also a really good card here. And this is great when you have a Voice of Victory because you can kind of set it up and then your opponent can't really do much about it. But if they sweep the board, you can play this during their end step, get a couple of bodies, and kind of keep your attacks going. We're going to have some Lightning Helix because we need some removal other than just Stadium Headliner. Delny obviously triggers all of these things multiple times. Enduring Innocence to get us some cards and more life gain. We do have a Lesha Who Laughs at Fate. Since we're already playing black, we might as well find another reason to do it. And this can get stuff back and trigger everything all over again. Animpa Call, we all know this is good, making all the tokens. And War Leader's Call, which is great with Bitterbloom Bearer as an example, but also obviously good with Animpa Call. So yeah, this should be a fun one. Before we get into it, I got to tell you, if you're going to buy any Magic and you want to save money while you do it, go over to Tales Adventure. It's TOAMagic.com. You can use my code. It's DRAGN, and that'll save you 5% on literally everything you get on the website. And some of y'all have already been using it, and I appreciate that. But let's go play some games and see how crazy these tokens can get. I mean, I guess we got to try, right? I mean, now that we have the Animpa Call, do we just pass here? No, let's do this. We at least get them to spend something on their turn. Oh, they don't have anything. Okay. Well, here we go. I mean, if they have something, they got to get rid of Animpa Call here. This game's just over. Yeah. Sure. I think that's a tough part with this deck. I don't know if we're going to clearly and easily identify, what should or shouldn't be kept. Okay. Let's go ahead and play this. Go attacking. I mean, might as well block. Yeah, it's safe block. This is probably that Rakdos discard pile. We played a version of it a couple days ago. It was actually pretty good. Yep, that works for me. Strategic Betrayal me? I don't hate that, though. I mean, we get to play another and get 2 cards. Like, I'm kind of alright with that. And they just wasted 2 cards because they can't replay them here, so that's really good. I'm going to go ahead and put this on black in case we get one of the Bitterbloom Bearers. And then we'll go ahead and play this. Ooh, and an Arabella. All right. Could have also just taken the time to kill Inti there, but we're going to live dangerously and try to do all the fun things. Yeah, no blocks. Do your thing. You got it. Yep. You got a blood gas. And I think... Ooh, there's a lot of stuff going on here, actually. What if we go Arabella... Well, those are nice. And then pass the turn? We could take 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I mean, we'll block some things, so we won't take all the damage, obviously. But if they don't get rid of Arabella, we have a lot of damage coming back. Yep, opponent, you've got a decision to make. I mean, we'll block and suck up some of the damage anyway. This feels like they don't want to commit to putting a counter on Blood Gas, or they would have just immediately attacked with it, yeah. So we get to see where they put the counter and decide where to block first. I assume... Oh, I was going to say I assume they put it on Inti. But if that's the case, we'll just block the maximum amount of damage here. Don't have a problem with that. Go to 7. Ooh. Only have Delny or Arabella in the graveyard. So I think we do this. See what else we find. Was not an untapped white land. Golly. Alright. Let's put Arabella's triggers on the bottom. The rest of y'all on top. That looks good. There you go. That'll do it. Ooh. Okay. Okay. Yeah, sure. My opponent's going to go fetch 4 of forest. Oh, it was a forest. I was just kind of BSing around. Sure. I mean, we have double lightning helix here, so there's a chance we could slow down whatever it is they're doing. I almost just took the damage last turn, too. Now I'm going to regret that I didn't do that. Because I would have been able to play 2 spells this turn, which would have been, or next turn, which would have been so good. It's alright. We'll just draw an untapped land, right? Untap white or red land. We're gold. Okay, that'll work. We'll put this on... I don't think it matters, white or red. We'll just put it on white. Then... What do I think? This is just going to be Yuna, now that I'm thinking about it. Not much we can do if it is. I mean, they just land Yuna, and then we just get our face beat in. Oh, O'Hare Chasm. Nobody plays this guy. I mean, obviously somebody plays it, but nobody plays this guy. Okay, well, that's a thing that has now happened. Wow. All right, well, I guess we're attacking into it. I mean, I assume you block. Whoa, we're not going to block Arabella? I mean, I guess they figure I don't have enough to drain them next turn, so fair. Well, they'll get something big onto the battlefield here. Oh, interesting. And they're playing a Daja. Oh, they're probably playing Kona. Yeah, that's the thing that happened. And then you get something here. Oh, they are going in. They've got all kinds. Look at this. Opponent is being tricksy, doing some things. Yeah, I don't think we can win now. All right, GG's, opponent. You got me. Well done. Yeah, I think the biggest issue, and one of the things I was just realizing is we don't really have much for the graveyardy decks. And as much as I like Frontline Rush, those might have to end up becoming strategic betrayals. And to be fair, we do have a lot of creatures already. So I don't hate that. Maybe in one of the war leaders calls. And that'll do something in those matchups. But I don't think I'll mess with anything else for now. We might ride the rest of this through the end of the video, and then we'll talk about it at the end, how we feel about it. Okay, we're going to try to take advantage of it. Wow. We better not want anything in the graveyard. Guess Alesha's not going to do a dang thing. Pass the turn. Opponent's going Collector's Vault. Are we going to have to set up some strategic betrayal shenanigans? Wait, you're playing Collector's Vault? And oh, this is opponent stuff, right? Yeah, opponent's graveyard. I was about to say. You know what? Let's go ahead and hit this. And just put the opponent to work quick. Also, if they have something that gives like -2 to everything, we at least get to keep Adam Pakal. Wow, triple Leyline. They're playing 3. The fact you're even playing 3 main deck is crazy. They are not losing to a graveyard deck. They have made up their mind. I think I'm just going to go with this for now. In case a board sweeper comes. Because it could very well hit right here. Wow, they kept a hand that was at least double Leyline, if not triple Leyline. That's kind of crazy. I guess we go Kinscare, Sentry, and this guy. Alright, they're going digging for something. The 4th Leyline? So they played a full... Yeah, they were just deciding they're not losing to graveyard decks. Which, you know, to be fair, there's a decent amount of them. So it's not like it's the craziest thing. But that is something. Oh. Kinscare Sentry's not going to make it. Nope. Alright, opponent's empty-handed now, though. Yeah, this works. I'm also realizing we don't get our Enduring Innocence when it dies, because it gets exiled immediately. I mean, we have the opponent fairly low, and we have a Lightning Helix available. Just running this out to kind of say, like, hey, if you're going to do something, you got to do it now. All right. Oh, second Lightning Hit. That's excellent. Should be all we need here. Since they didn't play anything. So if they sweeper, we Helix, and then Helix on our upkeep. Yeah, that's fine, actually. Seeing a lot of people playing the Inn lately. The video you'll probably watch yesterday or the day before, I had a matchup where somebody hit me with like 2 or 3 of them in the same game. It was very weird. I mean, we are just going to Helix. I don't know what your plans are, opponent, but those are mine. Yep, okay, cool. I have to ask, though, has some creator recently put out a deck or something? Because I feel like I've run it... Now, granted, the other ones haven't been playing Leyline of the Void, but I've seen a lot of black decks that are just kill and exile, try to exile everything. They're playing every, like, Sozin, like, all kinds of stuff, just to exile things. And they don't really do anything. Like, I've beat them several times with situations like this, where you just get a couple of creatures that stick, or a creature land or something, and then they just stare at you. So I don't really understand. But, like I said, there's been a lot of them, so I'm just wondering if somebody else had put something up. Okay. Yeah, sure. Let's rock with this. All right. Just a tap land would be fine, opponent. You don't need to do anything here. Ugh. That guy. fine. Let's... Ooh, actually, you know what? You know what? Let's go ahead and do this. No attacks. Would have liked to have found another land to help make this decision a little easier here. Riddler. Wasn't that something? Was not planning on a Riddler appearing. Well, I think things be what they are. We're just going to do this. And go attacking. And I think I'm just going to put the other Kinscare Sentry down first. And then we can Lightning Helix, whatever, I'm assuming, creature comes down here. And then we get Bitterbloom Bearer and try to go to town. Or Splendid Angel. This standard right now is wild, which I appreciate. Everybody's in the lab doing their thing, you know? I don't even know if I want to play the Bitterbloom Bearer here, actually. I'm going to decline, so we're just not setting ourselves up to get got by a split up. And we can still Bitterbloom plus sack Headliner, so this isn't the worst thing. Alright, 4 mana. Day of Judgment's still a real card, because people play that in their creature decks on Arena. What do we got going on here? Okay, yeah, we're good. We just attack. Put this into play. Sack this, get rid of that. Get all of our damage in. Alright. Good stuff. I think this was just one of those life gain mill decks with the creature from Final Fantasy. Because I've seen a couple of those lately. Not a lot. You know, one this week and one last week. So there's something going around. But don't know how good they are as opposed to the just regular mono white. But either way, good win for us. Let's keep it. I think... I think I'm going to lean on the Bitterbloom Bearers here. Chocobos, huh? Well, the good news is these do a pretty good job blocking Chocobos. So I like that part. As long as they don't get trampled. But there are a lot of ways they can get trampled. Alright. And then I think we just play this. Attack with one of these because we're not blocking with it. Ooh, yeah. That's fine. Gets into a tough spot if they play the Hydra here, because then I think we have to Stadium Headliner. Chocobo kick, of course. Alright. This means they don't have Hydra, though, because they would have just played it if they had it, right? We're going to Chocobo kick again? Alright, I mean, I guess it's not getting a Bitterbloom Bearer, so there's that. But dang. That does cut down some of our options. Come on, deck. Okay, that's something at least. Let's go ahead and play this. Play this tapped, so we don't have any potential mana issues. Alright. I mean, really, if we just seen Earthbender's Ascension, it would have been really bad for us here. But fortunately, not the worst thing. Let's go ahead and do this. Get rid of a creature. We do take a little more than we need to, but I think it's fine. Alright, we have double voice, so that does something. And attack here. Bristly Bill. Also doesn't give stuff trample, so that's good. Lightning Helix wouldn't hurt either. That could buy us a little extra time. That would be nice. The only good news is we are getting cards here that we can try to find stuff, but we are not doing a good job finding stuff. Okay, that's something. Question is, how much can we afford to take here? Actually, I don't think we can let anything through because they have Bristly Bill here. Yeah, I was gonna say that's the whole problem. So we take Bristly Bill, block like this. I mean, we didn't find any removal, so I mean, kind of just is what it is. Animpakal and an Arabella. That feels like so close to being right and so far away at the same time. Probably needed another, like, Enduring Innocence or something here. What's the best we can do? We can attack, drain the opponent for 5, 6. So we go to 12. We can block 2 things, let 1 through. I mean, I guess this is feasible. All right, opponent's at 6. If we let just Bristly Bill through, he goes up to a 8. No, to a 6. 7. I think we're fine. Don't play the other Arabella, because we're probably going to need that to try to beat the opponent. Yeah, we knew that was coming. No more Chocobo kicks, please. All right. I mean, we're going to do what we can do here. And we have to hope to draw at least 2 creatures? Oh gosh, they didn't pump their Deuter? What does that mean? What's that last card? Oh, Innkeeper Town. That's fine. Whew. I was like, I thought it was going to be something way scarier than that. All right. These next 2 cards are nothing. Wait, do we still drain them for enough? We put them down to 4. No, we're going to put them to 1? Oh, how brutal. So we have to leave the tokens back. Oh, I don't even know what we do here. Are we attacking with just Arabella? Put the opponent to 4. We go to 9. No. I think we attack. They could block Arabella. Take... If they get a land, what does this do? Alright, so they put twice that many counters. They go to 4. 3, 2. Yeah, we're just not going to be able to do it. Alright, we're at 9. As it stands, we would die. Because they could just pump everything. Bristly Bill goes to an 8. And then we take that 9. So we have to play this as a blocker. and hope we don't die somehow. This is a wild scenario because they're, well, no, because we would die to our own thing. If we take 8, we lose to our own Bitterbloom Bearer. Man, all right, they drew all their Chocobo kicks. Fair enough, you get it. That's brutal. Opponent drew triplicate Chocobo kick, and we didn't get one. Technically, I guess we got this way early on. Ah, we were so close. All right, now gave the black a run. I just think it's actually gumming up the draws more than it's helping. So I'm just going to see if we just go back to red-white, if that just makes the most sense. Like, don't get me wrong, you're still able to win games with the other version, but I think we can still get most of the same stuff we want out of the deck without having to add the black, I think. So we'll see how this works out. But this is what we're going to go with. This looks more traditional, though I think you could probably splash like an Ajani or something like that, or even an Elspeth if you wanted to. I think that would be totally reasonable. But we're going to play a couple more games with this, and then we'll talk about it at the end of the video. Yeah, sure. We'll see how this works. All right, well, let's start with one of these. Likely getting removed on their turn. Unless they have like a 2 toughness blocker, then they're like, whatever. They opted not to do anything there. So we're going to go ahead and take 2 points. Get us a card. All right. Figure that's a little more productive. And makes us less susceptible all around to just sweepers and things. So you're just playing that guy. All right, well, it can go, I guess. All right. We can at least play 2 things next turn if it comes down to it. 3 if we get, or 2 if we get an untapped land, I guess, still. We just get to play a 3 and a 2. And that is why you don't want to overcommit. So let's go ahead and play Sentry. Arabella. Opponent is also already down to 10. One of these other like decks is just going to play endless strings of removal, but so be it. I don't know how y'all enjoy playing Magic like that, y'all. I really don't. But to each their own. I don't get to tell you how to play, you know? I assume there will be another sweeper. Because we haven't even seen the regular Deadly Dispute and whatever yet. Yep, there's another one. As expected. Alright. Delny gets us 2 cards. Shelter probably doesn't do a whole lot here. Let's go ahead and just play this. I mean, we still have our Restless Bivouacs, too, we could attack with. Alright, they're going to discard and draw. And then die. Okay, then. And generally, as much as I poke at decks like that, like, you're welcome to play whatever you want to play. The cards are legal. Play with them. I just don't understand because it feels like you would play a whole lot of games that are just long, drawn-out games of you doing a lot of nothing. But hey, if that's how you enjoy Magic, that's all you. Yeah, let's go for it. I think I'm going to Voice of Victory. Oh, it's so tempting now to... Because if we Kinscar, then we get to play. Yeah, all right. Deck, you talked me into it. Probably walking me into a trap, but here we go. All right. We're going to hope that the opponent is not playing split up here. Because otherwise, this is bad. All right. I mean, they're playing blue with artifact. I don't know. Anything can happen here. Okay, authority? Not bad. Not bad. Oh, also even better because we have that. I'm just going to play this and leave all my mana up, actually. You know what? Control. I think I'm actually going to stop them from gaining life here. All right, cool. Yeah, even though we won that looks pretty convincing. There's a lot of ways that doesn't go great for us, right? Like, they could add a counter there, so they get an extra, whatever that is, 1, 2, 3 life off of it, 4 life off of it. They're 3, but then they also could have had a split up that would have been bad. So, I don't know. When you're watching videos, it's kind of stuff you have to look for. It's like, okay, what if these scenarios happen or whatever? So you kind of know. But yeah, it's a convincing win, and we'll still take it. Yeah. Got a War Leader's Helix. That's nice. Let's do this. Yep, this will be fun. There goes our Anampa call. Actually, it might be our War Leader's call. But either way, we need a rest in peace. Thing is, if they take War Leader's call... Oh, they took neither. They took Helix? What the hell does that mean? Why 4 is that the choice? Alright, I guess we're going here then. Or maybe they were banking on me playing Anampa Call, then like they're gonna duress War Leader's Call, kill Anampa Call anyway. Like, I don't know. Okay, and then that puts stuff in the yard. Alright, if we War Leader's Call... I mean, they don't have anything we're worried about them copying yet. No, they could surveil... Nope. I was going to say they could surveil one there, but that doesn't do it. Yeah, this is just going to be a lot of damage, opponent. Yeah, no clue why they took the Lightning Helix there. I guess because they just figured I would get rid of their bat, but like, they can keep the bat. We were never concerned with it. Yeah. Crazy. Ugh, just 2 starting towns, huh? That's tough. I think we still gotta keep it, though. We basically have 2 turns to draw an untapped land. Oh, duress incoming. Similar. Well, that's tough. Now we lose our Kinscar Sentry, and we're kind of stuck. No. They're letting us keep Delny. That's interesting. Alright, you have a Tiny Bones. And I don't have a Sentry? Nope, I do still have a Sentry. Well, that's unfortunate. I guess we try to attack. Play another Sentry. That's all we have. You can only roll with what we got. Unstoppable Slasher. You have it. Okay, this is silly. Sure, I'll put a sentry in. Oh, I guess now I have 3 attackers. That's funny. Yeah, sure. Triple sentry, huh? That's a thing. Yep, block that. We gain some life. They take 6. Alright, that could have been a crazier turn, I guess. Another Tiny Bones, probably another Slasher. No, a Strategic Betrayal, sure. That does keep me from getting Delny down. Well, never mind. I found a way to get Delny. That changes that. Draw a card. Hey, a Helix is nice. Billion triggers with nothing to put into play. Alright. Bloodletter, you doth have. Sure, I just take 2, I guess. that was a little awkward. Opponent's at 8. We put this into play for free. We get to draw 2 cards. Yeah, I guess we just attack. Let's see if we get something good off these 2 cards. Nope. Love that. So we get to first strike this out of the way. Alright, opponent's at 3. I guess we go ahead and play this. Not really doing anything else with it. And we don't have to worry about a Tiny Bone situation. But here they probably just play another demon, attack us, and nope. I'm going to say if it was another 2-4, we would have lost the game there. Opponent has to get rid of a creature, right? Because they're at 3. Ugh, that's not good. Oh, the opponent can't block with the wall, though. Yeah, I forgot. Demon Wall. Plus we get all these triggers from Delny. Well, land doesn't help, but that'll be good enough anyway. So yeah, I think if you're going to play this type of deck, while the black was a fun experiment, and I think we could do a different version that does still have the Bitterbloom Bearer, still has Alesha, but I don't think it needs to be in here. I think it could just be a red-black deck with just... Actually, we'll probably play a red-black tokens deck. I already have an idea for what that might look like, and I don't think you need to do all of this. While there are parts here that are very nice, I think there's just other things you could do if you want to build the deck differently. Mostly because it kind of throws your mana off a bit, right? There's times you're like, well, I want to keep the hand, but I'm not going to be able to cast Bitterbloom Bearer, but I want to be able to play like a Lightning Helix, so I need red and white. And it's just not quite enough to make it worth it. It's very, very close, though. If you want to still play it, I understand, but I think this version's still better. All that being said, I do think this list still is going to have its fair share of weaknesses. While you do have a good amount of 3-mana things, you will still lose stuff to the Star Cage or whatever. Granted, we're not seeing that many these days, so that's nice. But we are seeing stuff like Pyroclasms even being main deck. So that's something you have to be aware of as well. And again, you do have like Enduring Innocence. You can get Anipakal to a 3 toughness fairly easy. You do still have Arabella. But there are some times that cards like that are going to make your life a little bit uncomfortable. So, something to keep in mind. Kinskar Sentry, I was 50-50 on. It actually was good a couple of times, and otherwise it's like, alright, it's a random first striker that does something. So I don't hate it. I would like to play more things that can proactively deal with the graveyard and get us something. But I don't know if that means we need to play one of the artifacts or whatever the case is. But Rest in Peace is mostly fine. If you want to play the artifacts that get rid of stuff in the graveyard, I think that's also reasonable as well. And they're going to cost 1 less mana, which does make a difference sometimes. So yeah, overall, I think all we learned is that the Boros tokens with Delny, still good. Yeah, like not really a secret, right? They still do what they're supposed to do. Still susceptible to the same stuff. Unfortunately, no new cards really made the cut here. In the black version, we at least had Bitterbloom Bearer, but nothing out of lore. That's not true. Kinscare Sentry at least made the cut here, actually. So we do have something out of Lorwyn. But overall, yeah, I would give it a go. If you are already playing the Boros version, you only need the Sentry. You don't need to spend a bunch of rares. And I guess go ahead and craft the Sacred Foundry, because that does actually help the deck quite a bit. But yeah, link will be over in Moxfield. Y'all can check it out. Let me know what you think. But otherwise, that's all I have for now. We'll see you next time.